Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gregory Cole, and I am a student enrolled here at Full Sail University, and I am enrolled in the Sports Marketing and Media program here. And today we're going to be discussing techniques and methods of sports marketing reps within the sports industry. Have you guys ever wondered sometimes how your favorite sports team stays afloat, or how your favorite sports team stays relevant and within the mix of things, even if things aren't going so well, or even if they may be going through a losing season or something of that magnitude? And I know for myself, I'm the type of person, I'm a big sports fan. And when I turn on the television and I look at the television and I see my favorite sports teams playing and there's no one in the stands, I get a little freaked out, or I get a little scared or something, because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I hope my favorite sports team doesn't move to another city or something, because I would just be devastated, you know. And I often wonder, how in the world do they stay there? How do they stay afloat? And so a lot of that work and a lot of that detail goes into the sports marketing representatives who make sure that our sports team stays relevant even when things are going bad, and our team stays focused or stays afloat when things aren't going so well. So what we want to talk about here today is the various techniques and methods that are used in order for our fans to be excited about our teams. And what we're going to talk about is keeping our fans in the stands. Keeping our fans in the stands is crucial to the survival of any sports franchise or team. And there are certain methods and certain techniques that are used to ensure the interest in the team is maintained at better than regular or average levels. And we want to speak about the technologies, new and old, some of the technologies that are coming up that enable sports marketers to keep in touch with the fan base and keep them interested in what we would like to see our teams be at. I know that I've learned of such techniques as our representative sports teams representatives going through day-to-day daily activities and doing the direct cold calls, or giving presentations to industries and businesses within the community, selling tickets to these people, and these people in turn give these tickets away to their employees. And that's one way that our team stay afloat, even though there may be no fans in the stands. And we also have to take into consideration your um, your season ticket holders. These guys are also purchasing tickets, and they may not go to every single game, or they may not have been able to give those tickets away or to resell them to someone else. And those ticket sales are accounted for. You know, I know I'm from Tennessee, and my favorite team is the Tennessee Titans, and ever since the team has been located in Nashville, they've sold out every single games. But I know at times when I go to the game or when I watch the game on television, there's not a lot of people in the stands, and I'm wondering, like, oh, what's going on? But what has happened is that these tickets have already been pre-sold, and that's how that happens. And that's one technique that keeps the money and the revenue going within the team, and that's how they're able to function and stay afloat. Me myself, like I said before, I'm a student here enrolled at Full Sail University, and I've spent countless hours of study and research on the media techniques and marketing techniques that are utilized in order for our team to stay afloat. I want to be one of those representatives that helps promote and market um, whatever team I maybe would be employed with, in order to keep the team successful and interested and relevant within the genre that the sports team may be in. A couple of points we're going to be going over today and talking about is the basic and most frequently used methods of sports marketing. Newly developed technologies, along with the take charge techniques such as ambush marketing. Now that's something I felt that was interesting. I thought we could talk about, and we'll go over that technique as well. The basic marketing techniques and that has been developed for the sole purpose of sports marketing have been utilized to keep fans in the stands. and have helped to maintain and produce interest in venues in sporting games all over the world. Mr. Tim Kern, who's a co-founder of Get Promoted, and who is an expert blogger on sports marketing and marketing techniques. In his article entitled "The Techniques of the Best Sport Marketing Companies," Mr. Kern outlines techniques of some of the top marketing companies in the countries, and he sheds light on some of these techniques and methods. And he quotes, sports marketing companies have their own unique style of promotion and publicity, and adapt exclusive methods to promote their events. And those basic techniques, like we spoke about earlier, would be the basic techniques: cold calling, the sales presentations to certain companies and industries within the community. He speaks on those basic and the foundation of the techniques that have been used for years in the sports marketing industry. There is a difference between regular marketing and sports marketing. Those techniques, they may be same in certain situations, but in other situations they're not. They're totally different, because you're having venues and you're trying to promote and you're trying to advertise sports marketing teams, and the interest in the fan base can go up and go down and fluctuate, and so the techniques and the methods are somewhat different than what you may find in regular marketing, but with the same base or foundation of that. The second technique that I would like to talk about would be the ambush marketing. This is what I thought that was interesting as I came across in my research, and I found that the ambush marketing technique is one that is very, very interesting. What ambush marketing is when a certain company or a certain sponsor comes in and sponsors a major sporting event. We just had the World Cup not too long ago. That's a major worldwide sporting event. Or you may have the Super Bowl, the NBA Finals, or the PGA Championships. You have companies that sponsor these events. And ambush marketing would be one company paying all of the fees and to have the rights to promote a certain event, and you have the competitor come in and some kind of way kind of force their product in on the event. I know one example would be from this year's NBA Finals. It wasn't a purposeful technique, but it I guess you could say worked. None of the same. In the NBA Finals, LeBron James was having trouble, cramps. He was cramping up real bad. He was seeing all the highlights and the photos. If you didn't watch the game, of him limping off limping off the floor and going to the sideline to sit down and get to get rest. And so during these situations or these times, LeBron James has a contract with Powerade, and he's a Powerade guy. He promotes Powerades in their advertisements and their commercials, and he's a Powerade guy. But during this situation, he was shown on camera drinking Gatorade. Now, that got a lot of people talking, through social media, through Twitter. Gatorade got on and tweeted, certain things about their product versus the product that he was, to be endorsing. And it wasn't purposeful, but it's the same type of situation that happens when ambush marketing takes place. And this just so happened to be right up Gatorade's alley, and it was on their side to have this player of this magnitude using their product where he's supposed to be, attached to another product. I thought that was interesting, and that's what the base or the foundation of what ambush marketing is. Mr. Adam Sauer suggests in his 2002 article entitled "Ambush Marketing Steals to Show" that powerful and popular companies allow competitors to sponsor and spend millions of dollars on sporting events only to sneak in and steal the show at these high-profile events. He goes on to state and define ambush marketing, which is a term often hissed at in industry circles. And this occurs when one brand pays to become an official sponsor of an event, most often athletic events, and another competing brand attempts to cleverly connect itself with the event without paying the sponsorship fee, and more frustratingly, without breaking any laws. Now, this may seem unethical and it may seem to be, found to not have much equity within the technique, but it is legal. It is not illegal. So it may be unethical, but it is nonetheless, it is legal. And that's one technique that is used in sports marketing. And now we can come to the techniques that are becoming more and more popular. We have the technique of social media, of internet, of smartphones, tablets, laptops, the internet in general. These are the new techniques that are being used in order to promote sporting events and promote sports venues. These techniques are beginning to take the forefront. The older techniques are beginning to fade. They're still there. You still have to have a basis or a foundation, but they're still there. But the new technologies are starting to creep in, and they are starting to take over the way sports marketing is done. Michelle Enders, who is the Vice President of Digital Media for the Baltimore Ravens, she is someone who took the Baltimore Ravens website from 31st or the 32nd within the league and took it up to the 14th or the 15th. And she's an expert, and she knows what she's doing. And she spoke with Kelly Gorgone about sports marketing, and has been, like I said before, influential in the revitalization of the website for the Baltimore Ravens. And she explains the dwindling role of traditional media in sports marketing and the increasing importance of mobile devices and technology within the industry. And what sports marketers are doing is using Twitter, social media, Facebook to give out tickets and to have contests and to keep the fan base interested and keep it supportive, even when, like I said before, even when the team is doing great or even when the team is doing bad. She is in charge of that, and that is how sports marketing is taking a turn for the better. Probably so. It's easier. It's more convenient, especially with fans not being in the stands, by fans being in their couches and at home and on their tablets and on their computers and on the internet. These types of methods are becoming more and more important in the sports industry in order to keep fans relevant and to keep them interested and to keep them and try to pull them from the couch and put them back into the stands where the event is actually happening. And I think that that's very important in the sports industry. We have basic marketing techniques that will always be present in the sports marketing industry. They are the foundation of the industry and will always be utilized. Certain techniques are in the industry are considered to be unethical, but they are legal, such as with ambush marketing. And with the traditional methods of marketing fading in the background, the newest technologies are beginning to surface and gain the attention of the newer generation and of digital natives, along with digital immigrants. But digital natives are where it's at nowadays. I'm an old digital immigrant, so we're all trying to come together and be on the same page. Maintaining a fan base is highly important in the success of any sports organization. There are now many different methods and techniques available to maintain supportive fan bases in the world of sports, and keeping our fans in the stands is what's most important, because the experience of the event is what's exciting and what's exhilarating, and just getting out there and being a part of it is a great experience. Keeping a fan base interested in a team requires a passion for the industry. One has to learn the techniques and methods of yesterday and today, and at the same time develop newer methods to maintain the fan base of the future. Keeping fans in the stands is imperative and necessary for continued success in the world of sports marketing. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your attention, and thank you for being a part of my presentation today. Thank you again. My name is Gregory Cole, and I will be seeing you guys later. Thank you.